The film A Place With You is a profound and heartwarming exploration of love, self-discovery, and resilience, set against the backdrop of societal expectations, gender norms, and cultural boundaries. The story follows Chidiomi, a young widow in her mid-20s, and Kolechi, a 21-year-old city boy who finds himself in a small rural village. As their lives intertwine, their growing friendship and eventual love story serve as a powerful metaphor for breaking free from societal constraints, embracing personal growth, and seeking fulfillment despite the odds stacked against them. At the core of the narrative is Chidiomi, a woman who has endured immense hardship. After losing her husband at a young age, she is left to navigate life in the village, selling catfish in the local market to sustain herself. She bears the weight of her loss, a tragic event that deeply shapes her sense of self-worth. But despite her personal struggles, Chidiomi remains steadfast and resilient. She is a character defined by her determination to rebuild her life and challenge the limitations placed on her as a widow in a rural, traditional society. However, the turning point in her story occurs when she is mocked by a wealthy visitor to the market who insults her for her lack of education and societal status. This cruel comment stirs something deep within Chidiomi, prompting her to take a decisive step towards self-empowerment. Her decision to return to school, despite the ridicule she faces from both peers and teachers, marks the beginning of her transformative journey. The decision to pursue education, especially as an adult woman in a conservative society, is a bold and courageous one. Chidiomi is not only returning to school in an environment where she is much older than most of her classmates, but she is also confronting a deep-rooted social stigma. Her classmates, who are mostly younger than her, mock her for her age and her lack of formal education. Even the school administration views her as an anomaly, questioning her motives for seeking an education at this stage in her life. Despite this, Chidiomi presses on, driven by a burning desire to improve her life and prove that age, gender, and societal expectations should not define her future. In the midst of her academic challenges, Chidiomi meets Kolechi, a 21-year-old boy who has been sent to the village by his aunt after some trouble in the city. Kolechi, unlike Chidiomi, is initially portrayed as a carefree, mischievous character who appears to be far more interested in the distractions of village life than in academics. However, as the two characters cross paths, something extraordinary begins to unfold. Kolechi notices Chidiomi's quiet strength, her unwavering determination, and the vulnerability she hides beneath her tough exterior. Despite their initial differences, Kolechi and Chidiomi form a friendship based on mutual respect and admiration. It is through this friendship that they both begin to grow and transform in ways they had never anticipated. The turning point in the narrative comes when Kolechi's parents arrive in the village, furious about his relationship with Chidiomi. At first, they are adamant that he should abandon the relationship, citing the differences in social class and the perceived unsuitability of Chidiomi as a partner. However, Kolechi refuses to comply. He confronts his parents and defends his love for Chidiomi, explaining how she has helped him grow, become more disciplined, and find peace in his life. In a deeply emotional moment, Kolechi's father begins to soften, realizing that his son's happiness and personal growth are more important than adhering to traditional norms. He finally agrees to let Kolechi continue his education in the village, signaling a shift in the family's attitude toward the relationship. This shift in attitude reflects a larger theme in the film, the tension between tradition and personal freedom. The film highlights how societal expectations, rooted in tradition and rigid norms, can stifle individual growth and happiness. Both Chidiomi and Kolechi, by defying these expectations, find the courage to pursue lives that are true to themselves, regardless of what others think. The eventual acceptance of their relationship by Kolechi's family and the community at large symbolizes a progressive shift in the village, as traditional values give way to more inclusive and understanding perspectives on love, personal growth, and self-determination. In the final scenes of the film, Chidiomi and Kolechi are shown together, embarking on a journey toward the future, unencumbered by the judgments of society. The river, which serves as a central motif throughout the film, symbolizes the flow of life and the freedom to chart one's own course. The couple's journey together on the river in a canoe signifies their commitment to one another and their shared vision for a future built on love, respect, and mutual support. It is a powerful image of defiance against the restrictive forces of tradition and societal expectations. A Place with You is a deeply moving film that explores themes of resilience, love, and self-discovery. Through the journey of Chidiomi and Kolechi, the film emphasizes the importance of breaking free from societal constraints and embracing personal growth. The relationship between the two characters serves as a metaphor for the transformative power of love and support, as well as the courage it takes to challenge societal norms in order to build a future that is true to oneself. The film ultimately suggests that love, when rooted in respect and mutual growth, has the power to transcend boundaries and create a place for individuals to flourish, free from judgment and constraint. Please remember to like and subscribe for more recap video like this.